Obsessive Paparazzi. My husband, Highwayman Truckin', and I are out for an adventure. We are getting ready to go floating down the Salt River here in Arizona. So come along with us and I'll show you our beautiful Salt River. For all of you that have been in Arizona, have floated down it, or lived here, it'll give you a reminder of what you're missing. So come along as we float down the Salt River. Salt River Recreation. So we're at QT here on Power and University. There is also a Circle K. Now, if you're going to the river or to the lake and you're not using Salt River Recreation's parking, you have to get a Tonneau Pass. Walgreens, Circle K, and QT all sell Tonneau Passes. And that pass will let you park at the river. So if you're going and you're just hanging out at the riverside, you need to have a parking pass, a Tonneau Pass. And if you're going to be out anyways, you're probably going to stop off at one of these locations. I just want to remind you that you need to have the parking pass if you're not doing the river, Salt River floating, because otherwise you're going to get ticketed. And once you get there, you'll see signs everywhere and you'll end up having to turn completely around and come back here to get a pass anyways. They won't even let you into the lake area without a Tonneau Pass. So the Salt River runs in this tree line here. So now, growing up in Arizona, they didn't have Salt River Recreation. So in the 70s, what we would do, my parents would do, would have two vehicles. So one of the vehicles would be parked where we get out. And then the other vehicle, we would take everybody up to the start. You'd float down and then you'd have a vehicle to pick you up and then take you back to your car. Now there's Salt River Recreation. Years ago, I met the gentleman when we had our Western store that owns Salt River Recreation. And what a neat man. He's into horses and he's just built up a neat business. They provide you the buses, the tubes, so you just have a carefree, just get your tube rented. Just make sure when you get there that you need to leave a driver's license behind, some kind of form of identification. And that's pretty much the whole thing to it. And you'll rent your tubes. I'll give you a look at that when we get there. And get on the bus. They'll take you to whatever stop you want. And there's different locations that you can get out of. So give or take, there's 3 sections that you can kind of get into. One past the bridge, one at the bridge, and then one further down. And then the last place is where you get out at.
You don't want the chaos, do it during the week like we are.
We're going through the middle of the week. I actually like going on the weekends just to get a different look at people. Crazy out there. But on the weekdays, we're going out. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Plenty of sun time in Arizona. I guarantee you when we get out, we'll be burnt. That's just what it is. So I take paellas, wraps. I purchased them in Hawaii when we're there. You can get them online. I've actually got them listed in our Amazon store. And I use my paellas for everything. From laying it on the tube to keep from getting your arms burnt or your legs burnt on the tube. For a wrap, it dries real quickly. It's a cotton sheeting. And paellas work awesome if you're going out to the river. And if you start getting burnt, you can cover yourself up and it's not as thick and heavy as a towel. So just a little tip for you. So I hope you enjoy our trip floating down the Salt River. So we're coming into Salt River Recreation. There's one of the buses. Go past the parking lot here to get into the parking lot.
On a busy weekend, they get like 100,000 people out here.
Yeah, on the weekend, this entire back parking lot is filled. Warning, if you're coming out here and you've never been out here, do not drink and drive. there is DUI checkpoints coming out of here. The beauty about coming during the weekday is you do not have the crowd. So if you don't want to fight the crowds, but you just want to float down the river and enjoy Arizona sights while you're floating down the river, come during the weekday. So here's the rates. It's $17 per person, and that's getting the tube and the bus ride. The prices went up a little this year. An all-day shuttle bus ticket, that means if you bring your own tubes, is $14. Children must be 8 years or older and at least 4 feet tall for tubing and shuttle bus. So here's some people that tubed earlier on this morning. They brought their own tubes and they're coming back. Couple little tips. If you're going to bring your own tube, make sure you bring a patch kit. I've seen more people that have brought their own stuff and on the side of the shoreline, because you're in the desert, and if you hit a twig or branch or something, you're going to put a hole, or let's say your butt rubs on the bottom and it hits a rock. So bring a patch kit. And also, because it's Arizona, drink a ton of water. Just keep drinking water. Now when you're out here in the middle of the summertime, by the time you're done, you're going to be exhausted. So again, just fair warning, bring plenty of water. If you're drinking, make sure you drink some water throughout the day with your drinks, because you will get dehydrated. And again, like when you're here on the weekend, this entire gravel area is full of people, and they will have, like, that's dock C, D, A, B, C, D. This is where the buses come in to pick you up. So they continuously have more buses on busy times. No glass containers. So this is where you get your tubes. They'll take your driver's license, hold it, and this is where you return your tubes. So we are at number 3. You can go all the way up to 1 that's by the Sora Lake, or you can get in at Blue Point, which is where the bridge is at, and then you float down past 3 and you get out at Fondy Sutton, where 5 is at. Meaning probably we're going to get in at 2 at Blue Point at the bridge, because it's going to be a slow time to go down.
So 4.5 is it?
Yeah, that's cool. The bucket, I forgot they had the bucket.
We don't need it.
No.
Stick towards the middle of the river. You cut that time down by your ID, because it's easy for you to get
And it's like depending on like if there's just along the way. That's
Probably since before you were born. Yeah.
Right, license please.
No, there's no way to get off earlier, so you'll have to just float this whole float. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back, guys.
Just for curiosity's sake.
More than 100.
Put it at 100.
Lot. Oh, you can't.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Grab that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
right, everyone, welcome Salt River 2. How's everyone doing?
Great.
These 2 girls on board there for just the 2 of you, right? Okay, watch your step.
Is out? Yeah, it's gonna be hot. Fair warning. So how you think it's going today here, babe?
Like I just said, I'm quite content in my t-shirt so I don't get sunburned. But other than that, it's not too hot. Most importantly, there's not a lot of people because people bring the stupid factor up really high. And peaceful, beautiful. Water's a little cold, but
It's the shallowest I've seen it in a long time.
we did get, for those of you that tube around the country, we found this little raft for $9.98 at Walmart last night. It's got a drink holder here, a drink holder here, and it's designed specifically for coolers. So I know that there's a lot of rivers like this across the country. Huge, huge like here on this raft from Walmart.
This is what it's about. We don't drink a whole lot here on the river because like I said at the very end, you'll get a DUI if you're drunk or you get a designated driver. But you have 3.5, 4 hours on the river, so I think you can have a couple beers, enjoy yourself. Never tried the Bud Light Lime. Got a couple of varieties in here that I wanted to try on the trip. Something lighter and refreshing. Could have not asked for a better day here at the river. Not a whole lot of sun, just enough to get you a little red. Clouds are out a tad. We score on this relaxing day. Vulture City. There's 4 of them back there. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing that these birds make that noise whenever they play. They make a little sound.
Yeah. So we had a beautiful day
The background too.
on the bus.
So yeah.
4 hours floating down the river. So we had an awesome day at the river. Did you have a good day?
Great day. It wasn't hot.
Had an awesome day. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. If you want to be notified for future videos, ring the bell. Have a blessed day.